Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is ringing the alarm bell about a constitutional crisis in the making. Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito admitted to flying an upside-down American flag associated with the January 6th insurrection over his home shortly after the 2020 election. And now, AOC is demanding that Democrats move beyond being outraged and take dramatic action. She was on MSNBC last night where she laid out her plan, and it would definitely shake things up. Wait until you hear what she is suggesting the Dems do. I'll show you the clip in a moment. This week, demands for Justice Alito to recuse himself from any cases related to January 6th or the 2020 election are starting to reach a fever pitch. Trying to deflect blame, Justice Alito threw his wife under the bus and said she was the one responsible for hanging the upside-down American flag on their property. He came up with this ridiculous excuse that his wife had a spat with a neighbor who had anti-Trump signs on their property and raised this insurrection symbol as a way to get back at them. Blaming your wife? Really? What a joke. Justice Alito might have gotten away with this, except that there has now been a second incident of flying a protest flag on a property owned by him. This time a beach house he owns in New Jersey.
You know, it was just last week on Friday that there were those reports of the upside down or inverted American flag that was seen carried by supporters of the Stop the Steal movement around January 6th at Alito's Virginia home. This time, it's this so-called Appeal to Heaven flag. You're seeing it there, flown outside his home on Long Beach Island in New Jersey.
Photographs show that the Appeal to Heaven flag was flown on his property last summer. This flag was carried by rioters on January 6th and is used as a symbol of support by hyper-Christian followers of Donald Trump. You can't make this stuff up. I guess his wife gets into a lot of fights with their neighbors over politics. And now, AOC is demanding that Democrats take serious action and escalate their efforts dramatically. Listen to this.
Samuel Alito has identified himself with the same people who raided the Capitol on January 6th and is now going to be presiding over court cases that have deep implications over the participants of that rally. And while this is the threat to our democracy, Democrats have a responsibility for defending our democracy. And in the Senate, we have gavels. There should be subpoenas going out. There should be active investigations that are happening. And I believe that when House Democrats take the majority, we are preparing and ensuring to support the broader effort to stand up our democracy. But I also believe that when Democrats have power, we have to use it. We cannot be in perpetual campaign mode. We need to be in governance mode. We need to be in accountability mode with every lever that we have. Because we cannot take a Senate majority for granted, a House majority for granted, or a White House for granted. Every single minute matters, and we have to use our power when we have it.
She's not wrong. We've let these conservative Supreme Court justices get away with way too much. If Chief Justice John Roberts can't get his court in order, then we should be issuing subpoenas, talking about packing the court, and even threatening impeachment. And the way I see it, we are doing the Supreme Court a favor. If the public loses all trust in the Supreme Court, then they'll have no legitimacy moving forward. And that is a serious threat to our democracy. AOC is 100% right that we need to step up and go nuclear on these justices before they can do any more harm to our democracy. We've got some serious fighters in the Senate, so I'm confident that Democratic senators will step up to the plate and do what is necessary.